Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to another book vlog. Welcome to my July reading wrap up. It felt like just yesterday I filmed my June reading wrap up, but here we are filming this again. And look at all these books. This is all the books plus some more I read in July. This was such a good reading month for me. I think I read just around 10 books. I was unstoppable this month. So starting off the month strong, I started reading the Natural series. I had been hearing things about this series for a while and I decided I'd finally give this a try. Wow, I'm so glad I did. This was so good. The whole series, the main character Cassie, who's really good at profiling, that's her whole thing. So she, like, at her house, she does not fit in that, but she gets sent into this program with the FBI that helps solve cold cases with all these other teens. There's other profilers, lie detectors, like just a whole bunch of really smart teenagers who have these special gifts. So they start mingling into things they shouldn't, and they get involved, and it just deals with serial killers, and it's fast-paced. There's so many twists. So I really recommend the whole series. And then right after that, because I was just so obsessed with it, I couldn't stop thinking of the characters. There's a love triangle. Yes, a Jennifer Lynn Barnes love triangle. I immediately picked up Killer Instinct by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. It's the second in the series. I can't go much into detail without spoiling this, but let's just say read the series. Oh, I rated this 4 stars and also this 4 stars. But in whole, I think it's gonna be a 5-star series. And then it gets into the beach. I went to the beach with my friends. Make sure you check out that video. And I read 7 books in 7 days on that trip, which I don't know how I did it, I just did. But on the way down there, I was 50 pages into Maybe Meant to Be by Carol Walther, and we had 3 hours left on our trip, and I finished it. And you're probably like, oh, it was probably really good. I was just bored. It was cute, it was good. Like, it follows Sage and these 2 twins, and there's this whole, not a love triangle, it's just a whole issue. They're at a boarding school. It's a lot like the setting of What Happens After Midnight. That one is really good, but this is also at a boarding school. It just follows growing up and changes long distance just because they're seniors. So it was really cute, but nothing like outstanding, nothing that stands out to me. I'm glad I read it, but I probably won't ever think about it again. I couldn't even remember the names. 3 stars. Then I read This Summer Will Be Different. I had read Meet Me at the Lake in June, and I really liked it, and I wanted to pick this up for the beach because it was on an island. It's in Canada. On an island, it follows a wedding. It's a little like mystery, like there's something going on, they figure it out, but it's a best friends brothers trope. They're like, I can't really describe it without like spoiling it too much because I kind of went into this blind and I loved it. But just if you need summer vibes, or even if like you're missing summer, definitely read this. It was just so cute and it made me want seafood. And then I read Happy Place by Emily Henry, which one my friend Maddie let me borrow, so I don't have it. It was good. I had read one other Emily Henry book, and I just love her writing. It's very magical. Like, it's just so much more than a romance book. Like, I don't even pay attention to the romance. I pay attention to the friends. It's these friends that go to this vacation house in Vermont, I think, every year, and so this couple, like, and it's like a guys and girls friend group, and this guy and this girl, they started dating and they broke up. They got engaged, they broke up, and they have to fake date for the whole vacation because they don't want to ruin it. And it's just so good. I really recommend it. And it just focuses on so much more than the vacation. It focuses on just finding who you are, finding your happy place. Like, I recommended it. I rated that 5 stars. Is one book I did not expect to blow me away as much as it did. I rated 4 stars as well. We had some high ratings this month. Never Lie by Frida McFarlane. Read it. All I have to say is read it. I did not want to tell you a single thing. I went into blind. I didn't even read the back of this. All I have to say is you need to read this. 4 stars. I finished this in like 5 hours, if that. Like, I started it in the morning and then we went eating and stuff. We went shopping and I came back, devoured. I stayed up till 2 a.m. finishing and just thinking about this book. After reading Never Lie and feeling a little anxious to walk around the house, I decided I needed to pick up just a cute little fluffy romance, and so I picked up Summer Romance by Annabelle Monaghan. This was my first Annabelle Monaghan book, and I really wanted to read it because Summer Romance, like, it just looks so cute. Allie, she has kids and she got a divorce, and then her mother died as well, and like she's just struggling to pick herself up. Like, she just always in sweatpants. She always just kind of throws herself like a not a pity party, but she's just stuck in just the past. But one day she decides she's gonna dress up, she's gonna go to the dog park, take her dog on a walk, and she has this cute little meetup with this guy that she actually knew. So it was so good. It just deals with adventure and like you're never too old to be a kid again, and I just loved it. It was so cute. Again, it really made me want seafood. This guy was so devoted to her but gave her room to find herself before they got together, and I just loved it. 4 stars, definitely recommend. Read it. And then I read The Rule Book by Sarah Adams. I love my girl Sarah Adams. She writes so cute, just like glitter brain, just lovely little cute romances that you just swoon over. Like, the rule book was so good. It's the second in the cheat sheet little like world, and so you got to find some things out about the characters in the cheat sheet. The rule book follows Derek Pender and Nora becomes Derek's assistant, but they were actually dated in college and were pretty serious. And so you just, as they go through this struggle of like knowing each other and being assistants, like working closely together when they still have some like anger about what happened in the past, and then they go to Vegas and stuff happens, and if you love a good protective trope, like not overprotective, but protective boyfriend, you'll love this book. Dating into it has all the tropes in it, and I just recommend it. I don't have it because I gave it to my friend Maddie because I was literally kicking my feet over it, and she's like, let me read it. And then we read, I have to say, my most disappointing read of the month, When in Rome. If you watched my June wrap up when I read Practice Makes Perfect, which is the second in this world, I raved about that book, and I was like, oh, When in Rome has to be good. Like, it was good, and I liked it, and I think I rated this 3 stars. I don't know, it just felt very repetitive. It just didn't feel like there was much depth to it. Amelia Rose is a famous pop star, and she just had enough. So she breaks and she drives to Rome, which is inspired by one of her favorite Audrey Hepburn movies. Like, she really loves the actor. Her car breaks down into Noah's Yard, who's just a grumpy little baker. And like, it's cute, I liked it, but it just, like, they make rules that can't fall in love because he's had his heart broken by big shots before, and there's this whole thing, and she knows that she's just gonna leave and go on tour, so they can't have anything. Like, and it just tells you over and over again that they can't fall in love, they can't fall in love, they can't fall in love. Like, it just felt very repetitive, it felt very slow. I don't know, I still really love Sarah Adams, and I'll read anything she writes, but sometimes you just have disappointing reads by the authors, and that's okay. And then I picked up Once Upon a Broken Heart on my Kindle. I have been trying to get into fantasy for a while now. I read the Wicked Prince series, or whatever it's called, the Cruel Prince series, and I just didn't really like it. Like, I don't know, there's so much politics in it, and I just couldn't really get into it. But Once Upon a Broken Heart, it felt very fairy tale. Like, I don't even know how to give you a synopsis of this book. All I have to say is read it. It is so good. If you want to get into fantasy, I definitely recommend that. Like, you just kind of get plopped in the world and you start to understand it. Like, you just understand it. It explains a lot of things. There's not a lot of like catch up. Like, we had so many good ratings this month. Like, what? We were blessed. Like, so many good books, and so many books I'll just think about and possibly even reread in years to come.